45 minutes left in the trading session. Let's get back into it and back into the close here. Let's check out how things stand right now. We are positive still, basically exactly where we were when last we spoke. S&P 500 0.15. The Dow just went red. The NASDAQ holding up though 0.3%. You can see we're nicely higher here in Toronto, about 1 full percent. Everything else in positive territory at the bottom as well, guys. Lots of things to get to and lots of things moving around as we head into the last hour of trading.
The meme stocks are going against stops. Speaking of stops, we'll get into those in a quick second, but the meme stocks are still going. You did a bit of a pullback just now in AMC and maybe across the board as well. I have an Urban Outfitters position on. This is not the same one I had from the morning for those of you that are following in, but Sean and I are going to be trading live for you. The boards are full with positions going into the close, and that speaks to the activity we've had. This is a new position. Urban Outfitters tried that break 39, never had the juice to go, gave it that buck. This is now more of a pure scalp trade here off a double bottom, so 37.50. I got 71s to the long side, risking about 20 pennies or so, and got a couple of legs out at these two stages here on the way down. Now you're looking to see if you can recover to that 39 area. So starting it off pretty nicely there. Let you guys know about this one, and someone asked about the chat. It was Steve G, what to do with Urban now. I think this double bottom's all you got here. Still up 9%, but clearly they're selling this off on the news. Neo and BlackBerry trying to roll over off the high of the day, but so many stocks trading right at these highs on some fantastic moves to the upside.
Yeah, you can say that again. It's been a monster day for a lot of these names, guys, like Ford, for example. We finally got out, ticked up to 14, basically 13.95. That's the high of the day, or 13.98, I guess, the high of the day. We have an out here 92 or 93, so that was pretty good. We didn't trade much in the afternoon. This is the same position from before, so we're just going to watch out for Ford now and see what it wants to do. It already has that top there. I'm going to say 95. I don't know why our system says 98 there. It doesn't look like that's true. 95 top. So we'll see, man. Ford up 8.33%. Seems like a lot to me. So not really sure if this is worth shorting at these levels, but I'm ready to take a shot here one way or the other with Ford. So, I mean, a break of 84, I hate going short on this name, but if we can get a 90 and hold it back to 95, I think we'll do that. Let's start a little bit of a short position here against the high of the day. Remember, we got to be flat in 40 minutes. So all we're trying to do now is try to find some names that we can scalp in and out of. So I don't mind this. Take it here. If we get down to the 70s, I think that'll be a decent trade. So let's go short here in front of the high of the day on Ford.
Uh-oh, Sean going short on Ford. Like we can't have the apocalypse like this many times in the session. No, I'm sort of kidding there. And that's been one of the runners that, again, there's a big list of them. I'm going to look at Neo right here just because update. I'm in this one as well. This is a 50 period breaking to the upside and clearly nice little bottom off 30. This is about a 25% return from that low, like whether or not that matters, 50 period as well. You have a couple of things going on here, and it did break one time. I wait for it to break 38. You get a fail break, consolidation lower. You guys have seen that setup. It couldn't even retrace past 37.75, so I did scalp some out here. Now looking for a bigger move, and hopefully we can get it here. What a strong stock Neo has been, but I mean, this is just one of many here, and I haven't even talked about BlackBerry. Brendan?
Little one popping up here, Syros Pharmaceuticals. Not seeing anything as far as headlines, but nice move. SYRS, big volume coming into this one. This was, at one point way back in the day, a name that Kathy Wood was rumored to be in. So just a heads up on SYRS, guys.
Okay, yeah, so, okay, we got our 4 positions. That's really the only position we have on right now. I mean, we do have this space still from before. This goes as high as 27.70. I actually, I must have canceled that. I had a 69 offer. Oh no, maybe I didn't get filled. Yeah, I guess we didn't get filled. I had a 69 offer up there, and we just didn't get that. So back downward now, space up that 6.5%. Same trade as before. But look at that top. How many times are you going to make that? 1, 2, maybe 3? We'll wait for one more time here on space. We're going to put an offer in the 50s now. See if we can't get out of space. So that'll be one. That's Virgin Galactic, of course. And then we're going to build into this. So I'm waiting to get short more here on Ford. Man, I don't know, man. Where's my fill? I'm offering right now 90s, so we'll see if we can get that to come through. There it is. You got a part fill there. We'll get the rest, and then we'll see about going higher through this high of the day, 95, man. I don't know. So there we go. So now we're loaded up again here on Ford. So took an 88, took a 90, and we're going against this 95. So let's see if Ford gives it to us or not. We're going to wait on that high of the day. If not, let's just see if we get back into the 75 area here. That would be a great trade if we can get that. So upside, downside, around side, Ford. We're going short again against that high of the day. What up, Beat?
NFTs, guys, just popping back up here. Here's Takung Art, TKAT. Big volume just came in. They put it back through 20 there in a hurry for TKAT.
Another running. So I got out of the corner of my eye a couple of moves here. One, AMC pulling back. I'm looking for somewhere around, not necessarily VWAP, but 19 even, 19.25. It dips into that range for a bit of a buy. You don't want it screaming in there. You don't want it halting into that price. So I will monitor instead of having a bid just sitting there to the short side of the meme trade. I do have BlackBerry up here, and this has tested this top at 960 several times. We did get it just before show started here in the afternoon, 240. Got into this short. It rolled over a little bit. I've got one fill at 44. I got bids all the way down into VWAP. So obviously, if AMC comes down, decent chance BlackBerry is going to get me mostly out, if not all out of the trade, and then look for a reversal long in AMC. I'll play the short side. I already have Neo in BlackBerry. I'm not going to be shorting AMC at that top. Of course, 20 is a big level. You guys know that, and we talked about. Well, if you don't know that, then we can go over it again. 2030, I think it's 2035 or 2036 is going to be that high. Now, of course, pre-market it traded higher than that each of those sessions. Kind of hard for you guys to see that, but if it does test 20 even, I think that's a monster level. I want to be buying dips into it if I can, and then playing the short in some of the other meme names to take advantage of. A Nordstrom's, I mean, it's still trying to go here. I do have some cover. Well, that's the daily chart. I still have some cover that low. If it does come back down, I'm okay with rinsing and repeating. Maybe at like 345, I would take that trade off and think about not getting back into the long. But as long as we're in the trend, I'm looking for it to break back up to that 39 range. We've gotten a bit of a scalp trade. It's not about revenge trading. It's just about a positive report in a solid sector overall. I think it just got oversold. It's found a double bottom. Now we're going to try for the long side.
We're also trying AMC a little bit here as well. We've been short here against this 20. Yeah, that's a big level. We talked about that earlier. I don't know where my sticky note is. I was throwing it around earlier. Yeah, this is the one here, AMC. See, last high is 20 right in the middle there. So let's see, man. We'll try to pull back on any longs. We had that early, but here it comes right to the downside. So we are short AMC right now, 57s, and we'll wait to see where this one wants to go from here. But I got a bid at, low, 19. So we'll wait to see if it gives everything back here or not today. Up another 18.5% AMC. So I'm trying to play this to the downside. I think we can have a winner here, but again, needs to go, guys. So AMC, we're waiting for it. I'm surprised I didn't, just must have not noticed it, getting ready for the show, but 1980 will get short again if it pops up through there one more time. But until then, man, let's see if we got a bottom coming here on AMC, hopefully soon.
And so, speaking of that, we have to cover and look at all of them if we're going to be trading. It doesn't matter what meme stock you're watching. GameStop is probably going to be at least on your radar today. It's holding. For now, holding VWAP. There's been a few breaks throughout lunchtime, but unable to get back anywhere close to that 248 top, or let alone that 250. So you are seeing a bit of a reversal. Not nearly as strong as AMC has been so far in the session today, guys. And I just wanted to go to that TKT that Brendan had quickly mentioned there. That just, another pop on volume, sort of failing to get through 21 in the NFT space there. So there is a bit of a chance you can look for, this is 2080 here, so you look for like a 2080 type of breakout. With the volume possibly following through on this move, you still have some room to get to that 22 on TKAT. And this is not really all that close to what the next level of resistance would be on the daily chart, which is about $2 or $3 higher. Brendo?
Another big mover here today, guys. Build-A-Bear, BBW. Yeah, 30% for Build-A-Bear, but it's coming in right now. Big volume to the sell side, just popped up on scanner here. So Build-A-Bear, they had earnings better than expected. Digital sales were huge. They also provided a pretty good forecast as well, guys.
Build-A-Bear, yeah, I remember those. My kids never really got into Build-A-Bear, but they're pretty cool. You can put different outfits on them and things like that. So, not bad, Build-A-Bear. Okay, our average price on Ford, 89 and change. So not bad. We'll wait to see how far this one wants to fall, though. 89 and change on Ford. So, I do have some bids, 82s. again, I'm sort of just hoping that we can retrace back into this area here. So 77, 78, I mean, that'd be really great. What is this high there? That's actually 78. So down into that would be nice. But this is pipe dream right now. Ford's been super strong today, man. I don't even know what has to happen to give us a big winner here. But, you know, maybe shorting this was a mistake. Maybe should have gone long on any pullbacks. It's funny because I'm flat, if not in the money, if I take 88s. But let's just wait to see on Ford here. Trying to make moves back up to 95. Maybe we're wrong on this short, but let's give it a bit. NASDAQ trying to pull back in a little here. The imbalances could tell the story for Ford, but again, you know, that's still a little ways away, man. It's only 325 right now, so let's wait on Ford, but it doesn't look like they're having a problem breaking 89. You can see that. There's some iceberg orders here, so let's wait to see. Maybe 89 does hold, and we can come back to the downside, and maybe we'll take, this time let's put a bid 86, just to get out of a little bit there. 3-penny winner. We'll get out of like 10% of our position there, pay for a little bit of fees. I'm nervous about this Ford high side trade, so let's watch it.
Okay, I reloaded. I don't know where my key is for that one, but I have this. You can see it. This is actually, it's an Android phone, but it's a BlackBerry. That doesn't mean I can't short the stock. I mean, what do you want me to do here? AMC's rolling over as I'm looking at trying to get down towards that 25 mark. But the other meme stock that I'm trading to the short side, which I would think has a little bit less momentum to it. I just reloaded. I only got one out here at 45. I'll probably do the same thing again. Step into that 45 range for the scalp trade. Down into VWAP. I've decided this one for the short while looking over at AMC. Potentially, I mean, Sean's in the right direction of that trade, and I'm looking for to only go into the long trade. I had long in the morning. I actually did try the breakout, and this was at 1975, but you run into that 20 level. So I basically scalped it into 20. Once it reversed there, I basically got out flat. And then you're looking for this down into 19 or 1925. It's just basically going sideways. And BlackBerry, I do feel like if there's any way this gets down to like 19, BlackBerry has got to go probably at least 2, if not through VWAP in my estimation. Coinbase, this will be, it's actually my best stock of the day because the 2 longs that we had that little dip here, and we had a dip down to 242, but I got stopped out when it broke this range, and I should have taken this out at 245, or at least held on for 245 here, but then some news drops with PayPal, taking it down to 241. Now we're sliding back to basically flat on the session. Now there is that 240 level, which we've talked about, that breakout. And then even now, like a 239 bottom. And I think it gets down there, it might be worth a bit of a look, but we're running out of time for that kind of a play. If it drops, $3-4 on momentum, it's kind of hard to look at it unless it makes that move soon. I don't know if I want to stand in front of that sort. And already 3 positions on is pretty solid going into this close. And Nordstrom's has enough weakness buying in front of that low. Speaking of buying in front of those lows, Ocugen, there we go. Ocugen, and this is like 2 or 3 times we've been on the show and in the afternoon specifically for you and said, hey, Ocugen, double bottom, triple bottom, let's go long off the low. And the one time, this is 130. If this had been at 230, I probably would have had this position. The one time it actually does go, it goes a little bit early here. So this is already bouncing towards some highs. I think maybe the only play we would see a revisit of like VWAP at 750 here to scalp like 10 to 15 cents. If you take a break of 770, it was a hard failure off the open trying to get through 780. So I don't really like that breakout because you're running right into that level. What are you going to take, 5 or 10 cents? Not enough for me. I'd rather stick to the memes that are moving, especially on my BlackBerry, which can't say I'm going to take profit in that same range of 45 and not throw a bid at 45. So that one's in there. We've reloaded BlackBerry. Still looking for potential reload on Nordstrom's as that sits comfortably in the money here, about 50 cents or so.
Yeah, good trade there on Nordstrom's. Good report from them as well. So Ford has had a huge problem there at 86. Like, it went down a couple times and then said, no thank you, and went the other way there. So now Ford coming to the upside. So, man, we still got the 86 bid. We did take an 87 this time. Remember where we're short 90 or 89, I guess, now. But, yeah, this one could be in trouble. We'll see. 95, the high of the day, is where we're going to decide to flash out of Ford if we're wrong. We'll get out of there, no problem. So we shouldn't have a problem anyways getting out if we're wrong on Ford. So 95, a lot of liquidity there. That's why we trade this name and why we trade it with a little bit more shares because we are confident on being able to get out if we need to. So 199 million shares, today for Ford. So almost 200 million. Obviously, they'll touch that on an investor day, which was pretty good. We're waiting to hear about the Lightning. Obviously, is good. All of their units, Brendan talked about this earlier, are going to go electrified. So we're going to wait for that. I think it was 60% or something of their fleet. So we'll wait to see there. But Ford 30, man, I mean, this is just a monster stock, guys. You could see what it's been doing. We already know that. If you watched us earlier, I'm kind of a little bit surprised here. Needless to say that I have this short, but we're going to give it a little bit of room. That's that trade. AMC, I don't know if I'm the right way or not, but right now we're back to flat on that. So we're going to hold this until 20 with some offers up here, just in case we start to rip city. We'll be there. So we're going to watch out for that. 1980, we like to short it in front of this 20 level, just because 20 is such a huge level, guys. Congratulations on all AMC longs. Obviously, I had it early, and then we got stopped out there. So we had this early at 1750. So yeah, wish we still did, but I will.
So I'll do this for you guys, and I'll go arrows up, and I apologize. This will happen from time to time, and we'll correct it if it does. I said Nordstrom's, I meant Urban Outfitters. You can see it is Urban Outfitters. And I have traded both, no success. I was shorting Nordstrom's earlier to a little success, no success. This morning on the show, you guys would know that. This is the second long I've had on Urban Outfitters. This is off of the double bottom there, so just a bit of a clarification. I know we put the position board there so you guys have an idea of what we have in terms of positions, and we'll let you guys know when we're getting in and what we're seeing live in real time. But every now and then I'm going to make a bit of a slip up. I'm human. 80 cents in the money. I am targeting a bit of a bigger move into this level here. Now, it was a breakdown low at 38.80, and then it got to about 38.75. That's kind of where I'm going to be sitting. If it gets to 350, I'll probably have to take profit wherever it lies, and then no more buying in front of that low of the day, or that double low, or that double bottom on Urban Outfitters. Brendan?
So I talked about that TKAT. Here's another one in that NFT group, guys. WiseKey, this WKEY, just broke $8 there on a huge volume spike. Even our friends at Liquid Media, I just noticed, day highs as well for YVR, guys.
Yeah, we had those guys on early, man, and shout out to Josh Jackson there, if you guys are familiar with, oh man, what was his show? Gilmore, was it Gilmore Girls? I don't know.
No, he was on Dawson's Creek.
Oh, Dawson's Creek. As if
even I know that. Like, first of all, you know damn well I've never seen Dawson's Creek, but I know that one.
It sounds like you have, Neil. Okay, no, I'm just joking. I have no idea. I've never watched Dawson's Creek, so that is what that is. Although, didn't that have Tom Cruise's ex-wife on it, Katie Holmes? Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
So that might be the reason why I watched it, but I did not. Okay, 950 there. BlackBerry, we still have that short from early on. Let's see if it takes out 960 to the upside. Maybe, maybe not.
Whoa, what? Oh, you're sure? You don't want it to take out 960. We're short, BlackBerry.
Yeah, I'm saying we're going to see if it does. I mean, that's a great level there. So I think we'll probably get a little more shares into the 50s, but it's already coming downside. So this is well worth the risk, I think, here coming off into the day. So let's get a little more short now on BlackBerry, as this is a good trade, up 10%. The company is not worth probably half of this. So let's just go here, 960. Yeah, good one. Let's get some shares short here before I talk myself out of this trade.
I mean, we're trying to get this 45 bid. Now, TKAT, that just busted upside. I'm, of course, going to miss out on that trade. And then, of course, it's going to give you another opportunity. And it flushed through 21, coming right back in. Here's some chop at 2023. So, I mean, you got VWAP, you got 20 even, but I think you'll kind of want to be placing a bid in front of those 30s. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, guys, and just see if I can't get a bit of a pullback trade there. We'll go with flush it down the toilet. Let's go BlackBerry as it tries to make another move. Now, I've had these bids in, and I want to cancel. I don't know why I double bidded there. Every now and then you put one too many bids. That's fine. I have one in front of that 40 level, another one in front of VWAP. Because there's a chance that AMC, and again, it's not to say that they have to move together, there's a chance that AMC could roll over off this 20 level. And if it does, I think it drags some of these other names with it, especially BlackBerry. BlackBerry at this point, if you get a push down AMC to 19, you're likely, I think, to get that VWAP break, and that's what I'm playing for in that trade. The one that looks pretty strong here, well, I mean, relatively strong, again, is NEO, and that's because it does not break. You know, you look at some of these previous highs, you get that break at 37.78, 37.80, whatever you want to call it, and then off of the 38 fail break, can't go any further than that same mark. If it doesn't break that level, that's very bullish going into the close here, guys. And it's now tested it once. I took profits. It's tested it twice. I did not take anything this last time. If this starts to go to the upside, I might have to cut bait on this shy of the high of the day because it doesn't even make sense given how strong it's been. Brennan?
I was just checking around on the interweb and found some of other stocks that are short or have a high short float. This is one of them. SDC getting talked about a lot today. 5% to the upside. There was a huge buy that came in around midday. It was about 130 that took this thing up through $8. But short float that I see is only 8% on this. But I guess not nothing, guys.
Smile there.
Yeah, check Rocket. I think that might be the one that's left with a big short percentage there. RKT, we could check out that one. If you're looking for a squeezable play, maybe Rocket is the one for you coming up. I'm still long that name, but that's a long-term position. I'll get it out if we could squeeze higher and we get it inappropriate price like we did before on RKT. Unfortunately, I didn't get out enough when that did happen. So we talked our position about Ford. It looks like it'll probably come out here. So I'm just going to cancel some of my lower bids so we don't get filled. I'd love to get filled, but we'll wait to see if it comes back down. Looks like Ford pushing the high of the day. We are going to get out on that 95 break, so pay attention if you are trading Ford. It is near that high right now. We should have reversed it to the long side. I just thought we maybe would give some back here as the S&P and the NASDAQ both heading south side, but not Ford. So here goes Ford, man. We're gonna give back a little bit of what we made today, but you guys know Ford's been such a strong name. We tried to get cute with shorting this thing. Doesn't look like it's gonna work. It just keeps on pushing. I guess we have 14 in mind now. Maybe I just hold it against 14. That's not horrible. What is 14? Ooh, there's a big size at 14. Okay, yeah, let's hold that against ourselves on 14 here. You could see big level. Where's 14 here? Over 1 million shares there. But again, we've already done 205 million, so it's not going to be a big, huge problem. But let's just hold out for that 14 level, guys, on Ford. So we'll try to take this one to the grave a little bit here if that does break through. I can't believe we're short this name, but good size there. We'll wait for that. I like that Smile Direct position as well, Brent. I know you're not in it, but the way that chart looked on the daily, that looks pretty juicy.
That's a big-ass level at 14, I'll tell you that much. I got to do this to myself because, oh my goodness, Sundial's up 10%, and then it just did this at 85. It's not that 85 is like the most significant level in the world. I couldn't really find anything that I loved about it except for the fact that it's a round number and Sundial was up just because the rest of the space was up. And usually that does mean you're going to get some of these flushes and profit taking. So it made the top at 85. The only thing I will say is if it gives me a shot at reasonable risk, I don't know, maybe an 84 level here off the top. Maybe I can catch a little something off that high, risking about a penny or so. It's a penny stock, but just add a zero. Do whatever you have to do psychologically to trade it the same way as something else. Now, speaking of that, if I'm looking at that BlackBerry, obviously, to the short side, and thinking if AMC makes a push through the top, that could drag the other stocks the other way. If I think that AMC rolling over is going to give me the win in BlackBerry, I got to think about the top side breaking. It just tested 20 even, 1995, and started to turn. It's getting hard for me not to take a look at that for the short side trade, but rest assured, I'm going to stick with only on BlackBerry. And if 20 breaks, it's kind of hard not to go long. So you look for a 20 break, and I'll probably just have momentum long through 20 because if you can't beat them, join them, and that looks like a strong play through that 20 even. Although I'm assuming you just reloaded on AMC, Sean. If you did, you'd instantly be in the money about 10, 15 pennies.
Yeah. Well, I'm the guy that shorts around here, right? So just playing. We did short that, man. We shorted 88. So that's what we have on right now. It's nicely in the money for us. Short 88 right now on AMC. And we've just been getting it out. I don't love the short. We're trying to scalp this, right? So all this is scalp mode for me, and I'm very comfortable doing that naturally. So took a bunch. There's more than one out here. This is you can't see, but it's all the same price, 80s. So we got 88 short out, some 80s there. So now you're seeing that price right on board. Let's wait to see what it wants to do. If this thing wants to tank, then go for it, man. We're bidding 77, 75s. So let's see. Come on, let's go. We got this one. Hopefully we got this on board. Like I told you, man. Short, long, for me, doesn't matter. I like the setup here. It doesn't matter for any of us. We just got to, take the right setups. And I just got a little aggressive a little bit there. Took the 88 short. So let's see if it pays off, man. We have that high of 20. Doesn't look like it's going to pay off. So I don't know. This is just one of those shots in the dark for a maybe retracement back to the downside. That shot in the dark I took on Ford doesn't appear to be working, although we just went back to 91, which puts me flat. So more to come on that trade. BlackBerry, Look, I mean, this is all my trades today. Ford short right now. Ford short. BlackBerry short. AMC short. Geez. I guess I like the short, Brendan. What's up, bud?
American Eagle having quite the day. Set to report, in fact, tonight, guys, aftermarket for AEO up about 6%. I mean, the entire space, retail space, is having quite a day, but just saw some volume coming back into AEO. They're buying it up into earnings, guys.
Ooh, man, I do want to look at some retail, having the urban position on, but I look at this Lizzie, and look, I shorted this one off the high of the day before we came on here at about 2 o'clock or just after that. It was 650 at the time, looked like it was working for me here, got about 20 pennies, then bam, it took out that 666, which is an ominous number. If you have a stop there, it seems like it's not going to work out. But anyways, it's breaking back down here now. I know it's broken VWAP, but there was support at 635 or so, and this is exactly where it got and no further than that. So that's kind of where I want to think about any kind of a base. If it gets to 635 or so, I want to take a bit of a turn. That TKAT has come back in, guys. So we do have, there we go, we do have the long on this one, and you got to watch out, got to watch for VWAP. You don't want it to necessarily break, but it's that 20 even that I was first looking for. So I got 20 33s in front of 20 quarters. If it breaks 20, I don't want it to get back below VWAP. It's trying to make that breakout for a second time in the afternoon towards that high of the day. NFT space can get a little bit dicey if you do if you play the long side of the trade after it's already made a morning high. We've seen that with Dolphin. We've seen that with some of these other names in the past. TKAT can be no different, but you're talking about a 21, which is about 80 cents away from here, from where I've gotten in. So there's some upside to this trade, and that BlackBerry cannot move whatsoever. AMC goes to 20 and bounces down 25 pennies. BlackBerry sits there barcoding. Maybe the wrong call there. I mean, they've gotten a little bit of a scalp trade, but nothing more than that. BlackBerry's a disappointment.
Yeah, we're just firing off hot dogs here at the end of the day for everybody. So don't have hot dogs for dinner, have something better. But we're getting out of our AMC, guys. Our best out there, 74. So that was a decent out. 14 pennies, obviously. Are we sure 88 or 89? 88s. So there's some size there at 75. Not that that's going to matter. By the way, AMC today, 360 million shares. So that's pretty interesting for sure. We are going to get ready to watch the imbalances come through. We'll see what those want to do for us. But right now, I have AMC, my price targets. Although we have this bad wick there, I'll try to clean that up after. Let's just see if we get back to 50, man, 1950. I'm pretty done now getting scalping out of this one. We're going to see where the imbalances come at the end of the day, and hopefully AMC is going to be the downside, and then we'll have a nice win. I lie. I do have a bid at 72 right now, so let's see if that gets picked up. But right now, a nice little 12-cent win here on AMC, and glad we have it, but Still slippery slope. You see, it's not, there it goes. I was going to say it's not breaking 75. Let's go to the downside now, AMC. Let's go, man. We're just retracing. I'm short everything right now. So hopefully the market does fall. No NASDAQ fall, not that way. We do have space. Let's just get out of that at some point. And then this not moving at all either. Our last fill is right here at 94. So forward waiting. I'm going to take another position, like 97, 98 if that can come through. And then we'll see what Ford does against this guy here. Big sell at 14, but I'm just trying to hold out for a couple more minutes, like 8 more minutes, so that the imbalances can come out on Ford and we can see if we're going to be right. BlackBerry, I'm with you, Neil, man. I'm short 46, and it's not moving. So.
It just can't go. And this is, we don't have a Neo key, which is weird because we do trade that enough on the show. I think that maybe we should have one of those logos, stock logos. But anyways, starting to roll over a little bit, so the car crashing in, I don't know. They should not use a car crash for an actual automotive company there. That kind of feels morbid. But starting to roll over, and with, like you said, Sean, 7 minutes to go till the imbalances, but also 17 minutes to go to the close and got to be flat. I mean, if I'm sitting there on the bid at 61s and it presents me a bit of a turn here, I mean, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I always talk about how I'm going to get out and the reason why I'm moving my order. Instead of just getting out and then saying why, which I'm going to do here. So starts a bit of a turn. I know it didn't quite get to this cluster here at the 60s, but it is what it is. I just identified earlier that it seemed a little bit too strong, so I'm going to take the profit. You never want to look that, and I moved away from it. Oh, no goodness. I'm always on my gift horse page, and then now when I want to say it, I'm not there. You never want to look that gift horse in the mouth. No one ever went broke taking profit, especially when you got to get flat by the end of the day. That's very likely to apply to Urban Outfitters as well. So as much as this has been a good one off the bottom, I know I lost on this earlier, it's been a good one off the bottom. It's now about 70 cents in the money. I might not get that $1.25, $1.30 style trade here, testing that 38.75. It is what it is. Maybe it's only going to give me like the 60, 70 cents. I'm going to be flat on this before 350 no matter what. Brendo?
I was just noticing the NFTs. The last time we talked about these NFT stocks in a serious way anyways was way back in March, guys. If you remember this one, OCG actually leading the way here, 33% today. Volume picking up on this one as we head towards the close as well. Another NFT, guys.
Oh, I got to do this because I just saw I just saw David Hodes, the HODIS, look, former trader and a good friend, watching. And look, I'm not making any fantasy baseball recommendations because you're here. You did actually ask me while I was live on air. Personally, I would not be trading Adley Rushman. He's an unbelievable stud. That low batting average, it's BS, dude. He's a way better hitter than that. I wouldn't make the move. I understand you got to win now. Do what you got to do. It's kind of like in trading where if you get points now, if you get profit now, you should always take it. But when you're sitting in a home run, sometimes you gotta hold it, and you got yourself a home run prospect. And that's why I'm going to be holding on to this, Irvin. That's why, I mean, Sean's hitting the money trade there, so let's go to him. Yeah, you got to hold the winners, guys.
Yeah, AMC right there. Just tank. We just got 60s there. Sorry, we just got 63s there on AMC. So I'm just watching this like a hawk. I don't know what happened. It just broke a level, and we were able to get 62s. 64 twice. That's all. So we got 64s twice is down there. My 62s did not get picked up, but big move down there, guys, for AMC. So we'll wait to see where it goes from now, but that's a nice one against that 20-man, 360 million shares today. Unbelievable. And you remember when we were talking QS earlier and we talked, I mean, it's just so ridiculous. Tomorrow I'm just going to start to listen to myself. We said this level right here, 25.80. Actually, it was a little bit lower than this. No, it was higher. It was right here. 25.80 need to be taken. You see where we are now, 27 and change. Yesterday's high. Something happened here to QS today, just off to the races. We're unable to find anything. I think it's just a capitulation long. It was definitely beat down. We talked about that. I like the name, and let's wait to see what happens here. 23.47, 27. Ah, man, QS, missed opportunity, but it's off today. Off to the races at day's high right now, QS, and still motoring.
Sean, so there's a few names which have gotten like punked that are sitting on levels. I mean, we showed Neo, which I just covered that Neo, of course, by the way, that I mentioned. So I am out of that. You see it off the board there. But you're gonna see these levels, and Lemonade's one of them, up 11%, getting to like an 85. Like even I'm telling you, I'm planning on trimming some if I can here if it gives you some of these prices. And I think it's fantastic. If these break the 50 period, the momentum comes back in, fine. I'm not completely convinced that the market isn't due for at least maybe one more slight correction or pullback, something along those lines. And seeing this run, even if that happens slightly to the market, that can mean some of these recent runners might get these bounces, go towards prior support, and then break down. So if you got yourself an actionable 25% winner off the bottom or 20% or whatever it might be, and you have a chance to trim it and then put that money somewhere that you like a heck of a lot better. I mean, I'm looking at US Steel, which has been making this nice little roundabout at like 24 and trying to get back in. I don't know if I want to wait for 20s, but if you can start shifting your money like that, there's lots of moves that you can make without necessarily throwing away your entire position. Only because I mentioned it. Nothing to see on Coinbase, guys. There's not going to be a trade for me. It was good this morning, but it is absolutely barcoding. Do not touch something that is not moving for the power hour trade. Speaking of moving, AMC finally goes, and I should have shorted AMC. I shorted BlackBerry instead. It is following through. Let's be realistic. It is being dragged slowly like an anvil, I think, by AMC. So AMC doing the heavy lifting to the downside.
Yeah, we got AMC right there. So that's, I mean, at least we got that trade on. I just wish Ford would follow suit as well. AMC, yeah, guys, I know it's not ape-like. I know AMC. But the thing is, guys, I mean, that was just such an easy play. We had that written down all day from our list, man. Short the 20s. So it's right there. We did it. I want everyone to win on their positions, but I'm going to put ones on for myself and then just take this trade. I'm short everything right now. Short Ford, short BlackBerry, and short AMC. That's it. Let's just get out of it. I mean, Virgin Galactic, it's not moving at all. So we're long right here, 27.06 on Virgin Galactic. So I may just take this out, put that in our pocket. We had some nice trades earlier. Bang, bang, bang. It's the same trade that we have on. We haven't done anything with it. So nice upward moves. We should have got out there. We talked about that. Now let's just let Virgin Galactic go. But sorry, guys. Look what's happening right now to AMC as we'll take a 52 bid. There it is. I mean, this is a 40-cent win. Like Neil's talking about percentages, things like that. Look at this move right here on AMC from top. Basically, you can't see because it's all zoomed out here, but nice little, forward move down. We talked about it coming to this 1940 level, so it basically got there. So let's think about getting out now, so we're not part of this run at the end of the day if it does come through. What up, Beep?
I apologize, I didn't see who it was, but somebody was talking about NVIDIA, guys, in the chat there, a level at 628. Yeah, it really hasn't done much today, kind of choppy back and forth, a 0.25%. Look where we are, though. We're right near recent highs, and if my screen, there we go. If we can go back to that there, Lucas, that would be great. There it is. On the board for tonight. So, yeah, a lot of people selling into earnings, guys, for NVIDIA.
Sometimes it's about where the stock has come from. You got to remember they made that announcement of the split. So there's a decent chance that if they didn't do that in NVIDIA, we could actually be sitting, in and around that like 595 to 600 level, even on a bump to the upside. And then you're looking at something juicy going into those earnings. Instead, we're testing that 650 high. So you got to prepare yourself for the chance that, despite how good it could be, you might get a pullback anyways into that 600 level. I mean, there's a few other names on that list at Okta, Williams-Sonoma. You got to watch out for anything that's overall in that retail space, Dollar General, worth watching. But I know in the morning show, NVIDIA is going to be that front of the mind there. And hey, let's go TD Bank, little Canadian content there. Even though I know they have big exposure to the U.S., let's check out those earnings as well.
Yeah, we went long NVIDIA 604 and tweeted that out. So I'm hoping for a beat, but hey, these are long-term trades, man. AMD, NVIDIA, they're in the portfolio, and just like Ford is in the portfolio at average price, I think, like 8 or 9, probably 9. I just bought some 11s. Okay, let's go to the downside now. All right, so this is where we're short. We're short 90.5 there. We're going to go to the downside on this. Hopefully, we just got out of our space for flat, for 4-cent win. Who cares? We're up on space today. That's a positive stock. We're not negative on anything. We're going to be negative on AMC, but that started happening and started moving to the downside here today. So good movements on AMC. Let's just wait for it. We did make a mistake there. We loaded up, got out at 1750, thinking that this run was not here today, but damn, were we wrong, and it is here today. So we come back, strike with a vengeance again on this short. Now, man, we should have just cleared it all at 52 there, but we didn't. So now it's back to 66, 67. We're still YOLOing this into the close. Oh, 50's out, so let's just see what the imbalances are now. Here's the imbalances for the NYSE. I just got to sort them for you, and then we'll get those out. There it is. All right, GE with the sell side, Twitter with a bid. I don't see anything on here. I don't see AMC. Oh, there it is, AMC with a small buy, so that's probably helping this go. And then Ford, I don't see anything. Palantir, how about that? You guys want a chest beater. There goes Palantir, man. Once again, loving this name. Last long, 1850. Didn't trade it at all today, but wow, what a big day this has been for Palantir shareholders again, man. Another 3% today, so I think there's more to come. I did not get my fill on Beyond Meat. I put that in the pre-market at 121.50, wanting to get that long. I'm hoping the market pulls back in a little bit. I want this Beyond Meat trade long, guys. We missed it down here at 110. Look where it is. Well, we had it on the show at 112, but right now it's at 127. Beyond Meat, she gone.
We're the players as well. Maybe it's too popular a number there. Now, of course, I talked about 350 and then imbalances coming out, getting out of Urban Outfitters. So it ends up being that 50-cent win. We tried to get a little bit more out of the trade, but it got to be flat by the end of the day. You know how that works. That also means taking out 10 cents on BlackBerry because it doesn't seem to want to fall any further than that. Look, it's like the third time it's basically testing this level. I still have a chance that this can get down to VWAP. The momentum is with me here, of course, and AMC is still rolling over. So that allows me to hold this into that close. And I just wanted to come, Brendan had mentioned this SYRS a couple of times. I just wanted to know for any of those watching these high flyers, this made another push right towards the high of the day before, failing right at that 560 top. The fact that it didn't make any kind of really harsh pullback despite failing again, double top here. Sometimes you get those runners at 4 o'clock. The only reason I don't think this is going to do it, despite it setting up that way, is the volume is essentially, this is what the level 2 looks like right now. The volume is pretty dead here. That would have to pick up at least a little bit going into that close for any kind of a push, but it'll be on that radar, especially if it makes no push past 560, it'll have double top. And then if you gap down maybe below 550, you're looking at a short probably in the morning, especially if we hold those levels. If we break above that at 4 o'clock, all bets are off. You got to revisit that trade. SYRS, another runner here, and possibly giving you a day 2 opportunity.
Yeah. So I'm starting just to give up now, I think, on Ford. It doesn't want to go. We've seen that. Unfortunately, it looks like that's going to be the case. We did get a small bid down there at 87. You know, our position's 91s right, or 90 half right here. So it's not doing anything. We had hoped out for this to come downside. We could have just topped off our day there if it would have came down to the downside, but it doesn't look like it wants to. So we'll put some bids at 90 and then even lower just in case we do get a little bit of a last second flush. I'm getting nervous because we got to get out soon, guys, here. And I don't want to hold this directly into the close in case something like this happens where it looks like it wants to rip upside. And then again, guys, sorry about AMC, but your boy shorted this. And yeah, maybe I'm your boy no more, but 1990, 1988 short, down to 50, man. That's a smooth 50 cents or 30 cents anyways in that money. So that's a good trade. We shorted BlackBerry as well. That's been a good one, although not moving. We're short 46. We just got out 43s, thinking lower as well. But
this bid's not moving on BlackBerry. Like it's stacked up here with people trying to cover, and you see like the algo's just stacking this back and forth. And relative to the amount it's printing, this is a problem. It's not moving because you're seeing only dark pool prints go through, no real selling, despite all this quote stuffing. So AMC is doing tons more volume and has much less liquidity on that level too, guys. So that's why, and I think this is a learning experience. I mean, we always try to learn from our mistakes, but I was sitting there as a proxy shorting BlackBerry because I think it's weaker, but the lack of bid on AMC makes it the better play and shorting through better volume. So two reasons why it's going to be better play when you look at that type of analysis. And look, we can all get better with that. A winning trade's a winning trade, but a better trade's a better trade.
Yeah. So we're waiting for
Not that good of saying.
Yeah, we're waiting for BlackBerry to come still down. I still think we could break through 40. So we'll wait. But again, only 4 minutes left now. So, well, I mean, needs to break 43. Then I think we get them. My bid is 38 actually on BlackBerry right now. So let's see if that can come through. I don't think it has a problem. Just needs to flush down to that level. So if we can get that, that's great. Ford, yeah, I guess we just have to get out of this at some point. And that point might just be now as the bid is starting to stack and it looks like it wants to go. So we're going to have some bad luck there on Ford today. Not bad luck. It's been a great stock, but just I thought that should have fell down there. So we're going to miss that opportunity and just have to clear that out right now. AMC still to the downside. BlackBerry, I mean, I'm short everything, so we just got to get out now as it's moving upside. So let's get out of Ford.
And worth noting, with 4 minutes to go, hey, you sundial, it actually broke. I mean, I don't know. I see it breaking to 87 here. So maybe tomorrow is yet another day that we see a $1 move on sundial. If you don't know what I do when it gets to $1, then you probably haven't been following the show because I do one thing and it's usually short in front of a buck. We'll see if we get that chance up 12%. It'd be quite the move to gap up and make a continuation, especially if it does not close above that 85. Then any gap up might get faded before the market even opens. That's usually what we see here. With about 3 minutes to go, guys, a lot of names that are going to be on play. But I just noticed we had just talked about NVIDIA. Holding VWAP, holding this level at 627, then it finally breaks to the downside there. So it's still not moving a ton, but it's just interesting that it is barcoding on decent volume going into the close here. So it looks like there's no tipping of the hand as to how this release is going to go after market.
All right, so we're just going to get out. I'm just clearing out all my AMC trades for a big win, guys. I mean, we've already talked about this, so let's just get out of more and more of our positions there. We'll put a 56 bid, see if we can get that. We actually got lucky on Ford. We actually got a 90 bid there as it came back in. We got a 91 and a 90, so that's basically flat into this close with only 3 minutes to go. I don't have any more offers out. I got to make sure, actually, I got to cancel all these stop orders so they don't fill, and that's that. So we're going to wind up this trade. We're now short 92. That was our last fill was 94, so an average out there 92. So here it comes back to the downside. Our last bid is at 90. Hopefully that will fill, and then on AMC, whatever, we're not going to get that huge dip down like we were thinking, but still a decent trade to close the day. I hope you're able to make some money on that short, and if you were long, it's been a fantastic day for you. So we're almost at the high of the day anyways. What's up, Brendan, with only 2 minutes?
All right, one to add to the list to watch tomorrow, guys. This LIZI just had another volume spike up to 7 there. So this thing popped up about mid-morning. I guess it was 12:30, so mid-afternoon, or midday, I should say. 50% though, still to the upside, guys. Struggling at 7 here for LIZI. Only.
Find any news on it?
Yeah,
right?
no, it was only about 8% short as well. So not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it doesn't make any sense, but you trade price action, you have setups and you have entries, and honestly, as long as you have a bit of an out, you can play these trades safely. I did try Lizzie one time before we came on here because there was no news off the high of the day. I'll look with interest to see if it holds that 650 area where I was shorted about 2 o'clock. You just come back off about 25% or so. The market is trying to close to the upside. I think it's safely going to get there. Ms. V did wear the green and held us up, but I did note, guys, I mean, we don't have much time to get a real run on those likes, guys. We had some good winning trades for you. You're probably, if you day traded today and you didn't make money to the long side, everything is closing pretty much up, so you should be happy. Put a smile on Valeria's face there. She put the green on so we can be closing at the green, in the green, and all of these highs have been fantastic. And that's a great short on AMC. And you guys learned a lot about why you play the momentum in a stock and not necessarily by proxy. I can think all I want about BlackBerry as a company, but the better momentum trade was in AMC. And you guys saw live the difference in contrast between the two and learned from it. Where else are you going to see that? Literally nowhere but here.
Yeah, we're just cashing it in, man. We'll spin it. You know, from you guys' standpoint, no negative stocks today. AMC, nicely up. No negative stock. That we just made money. Look where it goes now. Come on, AMC, man. We just cleared out of it. No, that's positive. BlackBerry, positive today. Just got out there. Beautiful trade. Short again on BlackBerry. Ford, you know the drill, man. We just got out for flat. We thought we could have a big winner. That was my bad on that one. MVIS, you know, needless to say, big win there. And then space was a good one. So, yeah, we're going to go perfect today. No losing stocks. You can see that on the board with only 10 seconds to go right now. Miss V over there with the mask. So get ready to ring that in only 4, 3, 2,
and 1.
And there it is. Thank you, Miss V. We always wait for that last little horn to go there. Give us an update, Brendan. How did we finish?
Okay, we'll get the quote board up here. But yeah, it was actually positive, guys. We are heading actually back to the upside as we head through the close here on the futures. So let's have a look at how things ended the day. 0.2 for the S&P, dead flat for the Dow, the NASDAQ 0.36. So a nice little bounce there heading into the close as well. Full percent here basically for Toronto. Bitcoin 2%, Ethereum 7%. I saw Ripple also had a nice day. So cryptos a little bit positive.
I'm actually interested. The TSX leading all of the U.S. indices there. So yay, Canada. That's got to be the Maple Leaf factor. No, it probably isn't. Let's be honest about it. But it's been a fun day. And a lot of stocks closing on those highs, which is pretty incredible. Because the one thing I want to know, just speaking specifically about AMC, and you can talk about any of these, 370 million in volume with no real major flush out is very impressive to see. It's just a number of shares changing hands without there being a dump tells you what this move has been like to the upside and what it might continue into if it breaks that 20 level, Sean.
Yeah, no, for sure. AMC, good trade today. What was the final volume? So Ford, 220 million shares done in AMC, 370. So, you know, when you're at the bar tonight, not here in Canada, you could tell everybody over or under 350 million for AMC, and it would be over that number. Thank you so much, Maggie and Lucas on the board. Another fantastic job today. Thank you so much for that. And before we go, we just got a nice super chat. Thank you, Kunle there. Nice little 1,000. I'm not sure. That's Nigerian dollars. Not sure what that is there. But thank you so much for that. And we just want you guys to learn with us. And I hope you had some of those trades on board. You can see at the bottom there, you know, the success that we had today. Thank you so much for the love on the sticky note. That definitely means a lot to us. It's been a good day. Look, it's hump day. It's over with. Tomorrow's Thursday, and then Friday, and then we have Monday off. So it's Memorial Day. That's one that we take the U.S. holidays off, as obviously that's the market of preference around here. So that's about it. Why don't we go into the 4 box, or what do you guys want to do? There it is. Miss V, turn around. You can't just keep on checking the chat. Absolutely. There we go.
She can't stop.
She can't stop, won't stop. New shoes. New shoes for Miss V today. Very nice. Okay. For Neil, Brendan, Valeria, and myself, we are the Trader TV Live team, and we will catch you tomorrow. Have a fantastic Wednesday evening, guys.
Bye guys.